Welcome everyone, and thank you for tuning in to hear my trading and market updates. This is Uncle Frank, and I'm not a financial advisor, nor is any of the content to be construed as financial advice. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. Please remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed the presentation, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you're alerted when I have new information to share. So now let's get into the latest updates. Hey, welcome back everyone. This episode will cover some recent developments in the hedge fund news you may not have seen in the financial media. Let's start with May 19th's headline from the Wall Street Journal. Third point to pay out hedge fund redemptions with cash and IOUs. From the article, Daniel Loeb's third point told its hedge fund clients Friday that investors exiting its funds would be paid out with a mix of cash and the equivalent of an IOU for about 9% of their money, and this is according to a letter viewed by the Wall Street Journal. IOUs? Now stick with me, guys, as we move to another piece from May 25th from Hedge Week. Hedge fund stock borrowing hits record high, says Goldman. Rising interest rates, which have made it cheaper for speculators to borrow stock and bet on movements in company stock prices, have seen hedge fund industry borrowing hit a record high, according to a report by Reuters. The report cites a Goldman Sachs client note on Wednesday as highlighting the increase, as well as the fact that hedge funds overall remain undecided on the market direction due to ongoing macroeconomic uncertainty. According to Reuters, higher interest rates mean that hedge funds are now earning money on the collateral they post with banks to act as insurance against defaults on their stock borrowing. And now let's add this piece to the puzzle from Hedge Week again, but this time from May 26th. Hedge fund investors pull record $11.6 billion in April. Hedge fund investors pulled $11.57 billion in April as the sector saw its biggest month of outflows so far this year. Now, let's add that up. We're paying our redemption clients with IOUs, we're borrowing a record amount of money, and investors are pulling a record amount of money or redeeming out of the hedge funds. Can you see it coming? Now, I will never tell you to buy, sell, or hold any security or cryptocurrency, but is AMC finally ready to make a move? From BNK Invest, headline, AMC Entertainment Holdings is now oversold. From the article, and this is from yesterday, legendary investor Warren Buffett advises to be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. One way we can try to measure the level of fear in a given stock is through a technical analysis indicator called the Relative Strength Index, or RSI, which measures momentum on a scale of 0 to 100. A stock is considered to be oversold if the RSI reading falls below 30. In trading on Tuesday, shares of AMC entered into oversold territory, hitting an RSI reading of 29.6 after changing hands as low as $4.54 per share. By comparison, the current RSI reading of the S&P 500 is 59.1. A bullish investor could look at AMC's 29.6 RSI reading today as a sign that the recent heavy selling is in the process of exhausting itself and begin to look for an entry point on the buy side. Let's continue. Now, the author may have a point. On the screen is the daily chart for AMC going all the way back to January 10th of this year. I believe that the trading in AMC common specifically has been pretty subdued, and we could attribute that to the case, to the settlement case. However, the author does have a good point. Relative strength has pointed out some good bottoms and signaled some good tops year to date, beginning back in January 10th with that yellow arrow on the left. When RSI bottomed out, that was the beginning of a pretty good run up to 660. And then it happened again, as you can see by that second set of arrows. And now, on the right, on the bottom, you could see that we entered into that oversold territory again, which may mean we're setting up for a rally. Now, I have no idea if this is going to be a catalyst for tomorrow. However, Apish Bull on Twitter reminded me that big changes are coming to the AMC Entertainment on-demand system. If you look at the release, it says, get ready to enjoy even more when you watch more movies, more features, and more offers than ever. Check back on June 1st for more details, and tomorrow is June 1st. We may have a release coming out. Now today, AMC closed at $4.50, down 2.81%. The ape finished at $1.62, up 1.25%, bringing the consolidated price of AMC and ape to $6.12 on about 25.7 million shares traded. Now, based on that last price of $4.50 on AMC, be looking for support to the downside at levels 438 and 427. Also, be looking for resistance to the upside at points 461, 472, and 484. Now, what else do we have going on for tomorrow, June 1st? Well, at 8:15, ADP employment comes out. Then at 8:30, initial jobless claims and U.S. productivity, followed by manufacturing PMI. Then on Friday, June 2nd at 8:30, U.S. employment report, U.S. unemployment rate, and then U.S. hourly wages, and also hourly wages year over year. Now in the headlines, two Fed officials suggest a pause could be coming in June at the next Fed meeting. From Jennifer Schoenberger at Yahoo Finance, Fed Reserve Governor Philip Jefferson and Philadelphia Fed Reserve President Patrick Harker suggested Wednesday that the central bank could pause rate hikes at its next policy meeting. Jefferson, President Biden's nominee to be vice chair of the Fed Board of Governors, noted that such a decision wouldn't necessarily mean the Fed was done hiking rates, but we could get a pause. Now, a pause in the hiking of interest rates could result in a surprise white swan rally. Check out that article on the right. BlackRock's Rick Reeder sees epic cash on sidelines as he takes lead role on new ETF. And more swans join the party. Fitch warns U.S. AAA credit rating could be cut to debt ceiling brinkmanship. And lease love treasury bills resemble junk bond yields on debt ceiling anxiety, says credit sites. The swans are in the air. And what's going on at the box office and AMC theaters? From Rotten Tomatoes, weekend box office results, The Little Mermaid rises to the top with solid holiday opening. Disney's latest live-action reimagining of one of their animated classics earns the 5th best Memorial Day opening ever with a 4-day haul of $117.5 million. And Top Gun Maverick is still proving the naysayers wrong. Tom Cruise's Top Gun Maverick sets new box office record 1 year after release. From Uproxx, Top Gun Maverick is still breaking box office records. And what's coming next in the movie business for this weekend and for June? From Box Office Pro, weekend box office forecast, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. From the article, after a strong Memorial Day frame led by Little Mermaid's positive start, June is set to kick summer box office to the next level with the highly anticipated release of Sony's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. If there were any doubt that families have been eager for more content. The massive run of the Super Mario Bros. Movie expelled it over the past 2 months, setting a stage for the next tentpole animation to command audience interest. Thanks to the breakout success of 2018's Into the Spider-Verse, which earned $190.2 million domestically, that's exactly what looks to happen this coming weekend, with the frontrunner for summer's animation title swinging into more than 4,200 theaters. And there's more to get excited about on this Spider-Man sequel. From Clutch Points, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is tracking for much bigger box office opening than predecessor. From the article, Across the Spider-Verse, the sequel to the 2018's Into the Spider-Verse are in, and the sequel is tracking for a much higher opening than its predecessor. And what's going on with Ripple, XRP, and the SEC case? From Forbes Digital Assets, headline, confident Ripple CEO helps the XRP price suddenly outperform Bitcoin. Ripple, the company behind the XRP crypto that's currently the world's 6th largest cryptocurrency, is hoping the end is near for its long-running legal battle. Now, Ripple Chief Executive Brad Garlinghouse has predicted the case will conclude in weeks, not months, boosting the XRP price by 10% over the last week as the Bitcoin price drops. As it turns out, the author was right. XRP stands at 0.5085, down 2.58%, but up 13.74% over the past 7 days, and that's more than any other top 10 cryptocurrency by market cap. Bitcoin, for example, is at 27,146, up 4.07 over the same 7 days. Hey, I want to thank you for watching, and please remember to hit the like button after this slide if you enjoyed the presentation. Subscribe to the channel and set the alert so you're notified when I have new information to share. See you at the bell.